Hello and welcome to the first video in our new Change Managers Toolkit series. This first video is very much an introduction video before we start to delve into any specific topics. So I'm Margaret Ho and I'm the Change and Business Analysis Officer within the Change Management team at the Improvement Service. I'm also joined by my colleague Emily, and I'll let Emily give an introduction and say hello just before we move on.
Thanks, Margaret. Hi, everyone. My name is Emily Petrova. I'm a project officer in the Change team.
So first of all, I'll run through this overview, which just outlines what we will be covering during this first video. So part one, Emily and I have introduced ourselves already, so we'll go on and we'll talk through the other members within our Change team. Part two, we'll talk through the Change Managers Toolkit series in terms of what you can expect from it and some of the topics that we've thought about covering so far. Part three will be a bit more about us, but this time it's some general information about the Improvement Service along with the support that we provide specifically within the Change team. Part four is Change Managers Network. So this is one example of the kind of support that we offer, which is a network that we have in place for people to connect, share good practice and lessons learned. So we'll talk through how this works. Part five, information about the Knowledge Hub and where to go to find resources and information. And finally, part six is the newsletter. So we'll cover the kind of information that you can expect to find here and talk through how you can sign up to start to receive these. So part one, so we'll continue on now with our introduction to the team. So we are a fairly small team. There's just the three of us. Emily and I have introduced ourselves already. So we have Claire Sherry. So Claire is the programme manager for the Change team. She is off on maternity leave at the moment. So we're currently joined by Len Ward. So Len joins us from Renfrewshire Council and he will be covering the programme manager post until Claire's return. We do have some further information on our change management section within the Improvement Service website. We have a Meet the Team page where you can read a bit more about each of us. So do feel free to go on and have a look at that. So moving on now, just some information on what to expect from this new Change Managers Toolkit series. So the idea behind the Change Managers Toolkit series is really just to provide you with a toolkit that you can dip in and out of. You can listen to topics that you're interested in and you can pick up at any point at a time that is actually convenient for you. It could be that it's a new topic that you haven't really experienced before, or maybe you just want a quick refresh. So over the weeks, we will be sharing a selection of short videos and guides. Some examples of the topics that we'll be covering are setting project scope, writing smart objectives, carrying out options appraisal for a project, or project planning. We are, however, open to suggestions, so please just do get in touch if you have a topic that you would like us to cover. And this first video is introductory, but the next ones to be released will be focused on specific topics, so do please look out for those. So now just some general information about the Improvement Service and the work that we do within the Change team. So the Improvement Service is a national improvement organisation for local government in Scotland, and we were set up to deliver improvement support that would help councils to provide effective community leadership, strong local governments, and deliver high quality, efficient local services. We are a company limited by guarantee with 34 members from COSLA, SOLAS and Scotland's 32 local authorities. We're governed by a board of directors which meet quarterly. We're a fairly small organisation with 82 staff. We have a range of teams covering various programmes of work. We have a research team, we have violence against women, early learning childcare, organisational development team, and also data and intelligence. This is not an exhaustive list, but it does give a flavour of the variety of work that we're involved in. We also have an associates framework, which is an agreement that was set up by the IS for use by the IS and councils. And it's really to provide flexible access to a wide range of expert support and resources. to help the improvement service, community planning partnerships and councils to progress their priorities. The IES Associates offer a range of different skills, knowledge and experience, and it provides services such as advice, guidance, consultancy, research and project and change management support. There's more information available on the Improvement Service website if you would like to learn more. So while we're here, we thought it would be useful just to give you an overview of what we do as a team in addition to the Toolkit series. So especially if you're new to the Knowledge Hub or you haven't maybe interacted with us before. So the triangle on the screen here symbolises different levels of support. The bottom level is very much light touch, so it's self-help, really, information that can be accessed fairly quickly. We have videos and guides, so this is where the Change Management Toolkit series would fit. We also have various tools and templates for project management, and we have a business analysis toolkit as well. And then for advice and support, so this is assistance with finding information. So sometimes we'll receive a request for help on a specific topic. So what we can do there is we can signpost to other councils that we know have experience of that topic, or we can share research on best practice or lessons learned, case studies and that kind of thing. Help in hand, so this is short-term help with training, analysis, research, etc. Sometimes we'll conduct best-based research for councils and we can prepare a report with the findings. Intensive support, this is where we might just spend a bit more time with a specific council and work with them over a period of a few months or so. We've recently spent a bit of time working with a council to upskill staff within their education services who were looking for a bit of help with project management skills and specifically focusing on the project planning side of things. And we're currently doing a similar piece of work with another council across a mix of their services. And we've been also doing some scenario planning sessions as well. The qualifications that we deliver in partnership with Scotland Excel would also fit here. So we currently deliver a qualification in project management and business analysis. And then the your part, our part, this is really about the way that we deliver the support and that it's very much driven by councils telling us what they need and also having that willingness to share and learn from each other. So the whole process is really dependent on a joint working approach. So our team offer is available in PDF form, and it really outlines examples of the types of training and workshops that we can deliver. You can access this via the change management section on the IES website, which is highlighted in red here. So it's the range of support and tools. If you click here, then that would take you directly into the PDF. So it's important also to mention that this support is free to councils and to public partners to access. We also can provide bespoke training and support. So if you feel that your needs aren't covered by what we provide within our offer, then please do get in touch to discuss this. Okay, I'm going to hand you over now to Emily to cover off the next part.
Thanks, Margaret. So we wanted to firstly introduce the Change Managers Toolkit in this video, but as Margaret said earlier, we also wanted to highlight some of the things we have in place on offer. And some of you will be aware of the things that we have in place, but we thought it would be worth including if you are new around here. So starting with the Change Managers Network. We have been running the network for a number of years now, and the purpose of the network is to provide a safe space for the sharing of lessons and ideas. It's a safe space to connect with local government colleagues and have conversations and really to support each other. Our target audience is primarily councils and colleagues in change and transformation teams and roles. However, in the past, we have had a number of partner agencies take part, and we're also aware that we have colleagues on the network who are maybe in roles such as community planning or policy, business improvement. So really it is open to everyone. So if you do think that this would be of help to you and it will help you support you in your role, then you're very welcome to join. In terms of how we run the network, prior to the pandemic, members met face to face, and we used to organise events twice per year. Unfortunately, this is no longer possible due to lockdown. So since May 2020, we have been running the network virtually. So we started by meeting every 4 weeks, and at the moment we meet every 6 weeks. We also record some outputs from the sessions, so high level notes are shared following each session as well. So as I said, if the Change Managers Network is of interest and you would like to attend, please do get in touch and we can add you to the invite list. Again, it might be one of those things that you dip in and out of depending on the topic that we focus on. And just as an example, some of the things that we have covered in the past, we recently had input from Audit Scotland on the best value process and how that has been impacted by COVID. We have also had input from colleagues at the Highland Council on demand management. And we've also had a session which was around lessons learned from COVID. So these are just a couple of examples of the things we have covered. So if it's of interest, please do get in touch and we can add you to the invite list. So moving on to part 5 is the Knowledge Hub, or the K-Hub for short. Now you're probably watching this video on the Knowledge Hub, so you'll be aware that it's a platform for public service collaboration. Again, we have been running this group for a number of years now, and it's another place to share good practice, lessons, and to connect with colleagues. We are also currently posting updates from the team every 2 weeks. They come out on a Friday, and they usually include things like what we've been up to, useful information, work we're involved with. So it's another way to get to know who we are, and hopefully it's useful in terms of the information that goes out and gets shared with you as well. Now, on your screens, you'll see a screenshot of the Change Managers Network Knowledge Hub group. I'd appreciate that might be quite small, but we wanted to just give you a quick overview. So the screenshot shows the homepage, and this is where you can find the latest activity and announcements. The kind of areas that you're likely to be using the most are up at the top. So you see the forum, the library, and the blogs. So the forum is where you have conversations with other members, and you can also share your views or ask questions. And it's in the forum section that we share our team updates, as I said, every 2 weeks. Now, the next tab that you can see on your screens is the library. In the library is where we upload all files. So examples of things that you'll be able to find in the library. We've recently done some international research on COVID recovery and renewal. You will also find council key strategies, again, focusing on recovery, renewal, change, transformation. Now, earlier on, we mentioned the Change Managers Network virtual meetings. So the outputs from those meetings will also be available in the library as well. The next tab is the blogs. We are currently doing blog pieces every 2 weeks, again on a Friday. So these are just updates from the team on the work that we are involved in. And the Change Managers Toolkit that we are going to be producing will also be shared here on the K-Hub. So if you are having any difficulty using the K-Hub, please do get in touch with us. And again, if you have any feedback or if there's any changes that you would like to see, please do let us know. This group is for all of you, so we want to make sure it's as valuable as it possibly can be. And last but not least, we wanted to give you an overview of the Change Team newsletter. Our newsletter goes out 4 times per year for each season. So we have a spring, summer, autumn, and winter newsletter. The newsletter again highlights key pieces of work and information we think would be of interest to you. You can sign up to the newsletter through the Improvement Service website. So an easy way to sign up is if you just Google search Improvement Service Change Management Team. And I think it's the very first link that comes up in the search. You'll end up on our homepage. And on the homepage, on the right-hand side, you'll see the 2 options that you can also see on your screens. So sign up for the Change Managers newsletter or see previous issues. So the first one, it just does as it says on the tin. So sign up through the first button. And the second one, you can actually see all of the newsletters we have published up to date. So if you're not sure if you want to sign up, that's a good way to get a feel of what these are, what they include, to help you decide if you want to sign up or not. So we thought it would be worth showing you what a standard newsletter would look like. So this is our latest newsletter. This is the Spring 2021 newsletter. So hopefully you can see on your screens that it's covered things like latest research and briefings, changes to the team, an update on the Change Managers Network. So this is just an example. Again, I appreciate it's probably quite small, but you can access the full version on our Improvement Service website. And this brings us to the end of this video. So this was just a very quick whistle-stop overview of who we are and what we do. And we hope that that's been helpful for you all. So as Margaret said, we wanted to introduce the Change Managers Toolkit and really just to say hello before we delve into the content. So this is the kind of first introductory video, and we've got our second video coming up shortly. So keep an eye out for that coming. And again, as Margaret said, we've got a number of topics in mind, but if there's anything that you would like us to explore, then please do email us and we will be happy to look into that. So thank you very much.